Welcome to the Mother Daughter-ish podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Angelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today. This is Dawn.
And Angie.
And this month for December, we're going to be talking about what every woman should know. Happy December 14th. I know by now you're probably tired of hearing Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas on the radio, but guess what? It's coming. Whether you want it to or not, Christmas is on its way. And that's one of the songs that will wear you out. But it is a great song, and it's one of my favorite Christmas ones that I love to hear, especially when I'm in a car parade or something like that. We blast that going down the parade line. You ready for Christmas?
I am. I don't know if I'm going to be personally putting up my own Christmas tree, but I have some friends that want me to help them decorate and go shopping for one. Some want a fake one. Some want to get, the real one.
You have a lot of friends that still put up a tree.
Yeah, I got some that put some up last month.
Well, I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you before we get into this very interesting topic. I haven't put a tree up since you guys really were kids, because I felt like after you got adults and you got older, that gig was up, and that I didn't really need to do all of that, and it wasn't about the gifts and any of that stuff. So I stopped putting the tree because of that. So, but I think that if you have little kids, or if you have that Christmas spirit in you that you want to do, I think it's fun to do. It's a traditional type of thing, if you want to look at it that way. And for some people, it's a symbolism of, the joy and everything that they carry during the season. I also noticed that people are now mostly putting up the real ones, but I like them because they smell so good. The real pine trees.
Yeah, I'll be telling friends that don't want to get the real one. Some of them get that pine scented candle.
Yep, you can get that, or that there's a pine spray that you can spray the tree with, because I used to do that too when we had a fake tree when I was little. I would spray the tree with that pine spray, and it would stay pretty much the whole season for it.
Oh.
You ready for this topic today, Angie?
Yes. I
know you said I should have titled it something else, but I didn't want to go there.
You said that, not me.
You agree?
Nah.
Okay, so today's topic, and before we get into this topic, if my mother is listening, she needs to turn this off right now and go and sit down somewhere and maybe try to look at the Young and the Restless or something, because she don't need to be hearing this kind of stuff. Because, hey, we're going to be honest on this show. We're going to be truthful. We're going to say whatever we mean. We're going to mean what we say, and it just is what it's going to be. So if you can't handle that, you got like 5 seconds right now to turn it off. But today's topic for everybody else is how to choose a lover.
Yes.
Now, when I said this to Angie, she trying to tell me how to choose a boyfriend and all this. And I'm like, that's not what I'm asking you. I said how to choose a lover. So,
but lover to like people my age, I think
I know that's an old thing. Yeah. So what I want to go ahead and say what I said behind the scenes. So funny. I said, so what would you have preferred for me to call this? How to Get Your Back Blown Out?
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, we're not gonna title it there. It's gonna be How to Choose a Lover. So you go first, Angie. How do you choose a lover?
I think first and foremost, we need to have a lot in common, majority of a lot of interests in common. That was my tip.
That's a good comment, because the one thing you don't want to do is to be with somebody that you're just like, I detest you. I can't stand you. I don't like the way you smell. Because people have body odors, right? You don't want to be with somebody that you're like, I don't like your body.
And not even that. If you're not a good kisser, there's nothing else we can do.
Well, even beyond that, though, if their hygiene ain't good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're not even going to get to the kissing if you don't smell right.
Of course.
So
we sure ain't going no further if you don't know how to kiss.
Are you trying to tell me you be over here kissing?
I mean, not everybody, but I like to. I mean, I'm a passionate person, so yeah.
You're You go, girl. I ain't know you don't look like the kissing, well.
What I look like.
Let me move on in my
please,
business. I was about to finish that sentence and you'd have been like, what?
Well, I'm gonna say no comment.
Exactly. So I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna explain it, but not in a way to make you understand it, but just to get you to know what I'm talking about. So, in my opinion of what I particularly would participate in, I ask to see the equipment before anything.
Yeah.
And I ask in a way that it doesn't seem derogatory, it doesn't seem judgy, it doesn't seem weird, but I just feel like if that's something that's important to a girl, a woman, that you would definitely want to see the equipment before you, because people will say, well, they can have the equipment but not know how to work it. Well, I would rather teach you than I would rather have you not have the equipment, and then that's just not going to work. So I'm one of those people that I will ask to see the equipment. I can tell you right now, I've never known anybody that I've ever known in a biblically way that I have not asked to see the equipment first. It's mandatory for me. For other people, it may be weird, but it's mandatory for me. Now, I'm not talking about just everybody who take you to the steakhouse. That's not what I'm talking about. And I don't know why I keep mentioning steak, because I don't even like steak like that. But anyway,
I don't know either.
I'm just gonna say restaurant or whatever. But for me, that's mandatory. So I'm not talking about just any old Joe Blow that takes you to, or Sally Sue who takes you, out to get a coffee or something. I could care less about your equipment because you're not going to use it over here anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I'm talking about somebody that you've built a relationship with, you guys have decided to be monogamous. You really want to, that person wants to court you, and a year down the road, y'all want to take it to the next level. Yes, I said a year down the road. The only way it's not going a year down the road is maybe we're getting married before then. But in my mindset right now, if it's a year down the road, then at some point I'm going to need to see the equipment. So, and if nobody out there knows what I mean about equipment, then I'm sorry. That's just the word I'm going to use for today.
You've already said enough.
I've said enough. So what you think about that? Is that important or is that silly?
No, it's important because I've been disappointed now. I ain't even gonna go there. I mean, talking about disappointed, I almost cried.
You told me one story and I was like, what?
Yeah, I almost cried, but yeah, that's important.
Yeah. She sounds. Woo, that's a good one right there. But yeah, I think every woman should know how to choose a lover. Your way that you choose a lover may be what language do they use. If they talk sweet nothings in your ear, your way you choose a lover may be, what they used to call that. I don't want to even say the word because you're gonna say I'm old fashioned, but how the word they used to use was, what their swag is like. Some people love a really sexy one. I'll never forget when somebody asked Samuel L. Jackson's wife, Tanya, I guess what was attractive to him. What was attractive to her about him? And she said just from the first day that she met him, he had that, and I'm going to say this and you just have to figure out what I'm saying, but he had that MF walk. And that's a cuss word.
Oh, yeah.
I don't cuss, especially not in public. But she said he had that MF walk and that it was just so sexy. And she said he still have that walk and it turns her on. And I thought to myself, oh, that's sexy. If you...
I know exactly what she means.
It was, and to me, back in the day, a few years ago, the word used to be had that swag or whatever. But there's just something really, really sexy about a man with a walk with a dip. Oh my goodness. So I could understand when she said that. And I never noticed that about Samuel L. Jackson. But after she said that, I paid attention and I said, yeah, he do got that. He leans to the right a little bit. Okay, he got that MF walk, like she said. And I was like, that is really, really sexy to be able to, after all these years, they've been married 30 something years or plus. I don't know. I know it's more than 30 because they have a daughter that's 30 something, but to be together for all these 30 something years and she still remember the first time she met him, he had that walk that she liked. And I was like, that's sexy. I know for me, if it came to other things, I like a beautiful mouth. So your lips and your teeth, I like a really, really, really beautiful mouth on a
for sure. Yeah.
I like a man that looks like his back is real, real, real strong. Okay, let's stop talking about this subject. So that's it. So for December the 14th, our show, How to Choose a Lover, Mine was, I need to see the equipment. And Angie's was, she likes to have a lot in common with somebody. And I think that's a good principle, so that you're not just out here being with everybody. Because I think on one of the last shows, we were talking about people meeting folks on Tuesday and having relations with them on a Wednesday. And you don't know what you're going to get out of that. A baby, disease, heartbreak. You don't know what you're going to get out of that. So just be really, really careful. And I think up to this date, what I've discovered about all the shows that we've done this month is that it's really just giving you something to think about, something to ponder on, something to decide if that's something you want to look further into or to discover about yourself. And all of this is really just discovery. The answer that I gave today has been the answer I've had my entire life. That is my answer my entire life. I will not give you references, but I'm just letting you know that's been my answer for my entire life. So that's what I'm sticking with, because I trust that, guidance. And so really that's what I was thinking about yesterday when we finished the show yesterday. I was like, these are really just life tips of, are you interested or are you not interested? Do you feel like you want to do it another way? That's why we really want to see your comments, and we want to see down in the comments what you're saying about what it is. So we really, ladies, do us a favor. If you're listening, just go to the comments and tell us how do you choose your lover. We just can't wait to see. I want to see some of the answers. We have these people that say, well, if they wear a size 25 shoe, he the one. I can tell you right now that's not true. If he's got big hands, but it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It's all about how do you pick and choose and what secret sauce has worked for you. So that's our comment for today. That's our tip. That's a good one. It's a good one. December 4th, we're getting halfway there. We about to wrap this up with something real fun and exciting. What you think, Angie?
Yeah, I think the topics that we talked about are some really good ones, especially since we're giving one each from different perspectives and generations.
Exactly. And that's what's fun about it, is you got your ideas at your age at 27. I've got my ideals at my big age of 49. It's like, okay, we're in two different total worlds when it comes to perspective on things, but it's okay, because you can always reframe things and figure out even in those different perspectives that there's some commonality in it as well. So that's what we have for you today.
Yes, and definitely don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way you can stay up to date with the content that we're posting, like and comment on our content as well, so we can talk back with you, and share our page, Mother Daughter Ish, on YouTube, iHeartRadio, and even Apple Podcasts. Share with any woman that might be inspired or relate to any of the topics we've talked about so far.
Absolutely. And it's been really a pleasure. I have to say, for just on my own perspective, it's really been a pleasure being able to do this podcast, because we're reaching women that we're giving a new perspective to, new ideas, helping them to reframe the ideas even that they've had, to just kind of hone in and extend that for themselves. So it's really been a pleasure to do this podcast and cater it and focus on women and girls and things like that. So until next time, bye for now.
Bye.